Well, hello everybody. It's the ladies in the living room, also known as the Bravos, and we are here today on a rainy Saturday to get down and talk about it all. And we are going to start with Beverly Hills.
Yes, we are.
There she is. That's my friend Kristen. Hi, Kristen.
Hello. Hi, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen. Nice. I almost missed that. I almost didn't pick that up. I almost dropped it. But let's get into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I want to say that I've watched so much TV in the last day and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Salt Lake, Beverly Hills, Southern Charm, The Traitors, which we'll get to later.
New York.
But my head is spinning. It's like bats are in the belfry. It's like a cartoon. Like everything's flying over the nest. So if I sound a little scattered, it's because my brain is going, hello, Andy Cohen. Hello, Beverly Hills. I mean, it's just 1, 2, 3.
It's overload.
It is overload.
It really is.
But it's
My brain's
good,
in overload.
but it's
in
good.
a great way.
It's good overload. It's the overload that I love.
Yeah, me
that
too.
I need and want. But you said you had a little nugget.
Okay, so while we're going to talk about Beverly Hills,
Yes.
I was reading something, and I don't know. I've been in space because I didn't know this. Kyle is a producer on Beverly Hills. I had no idea of this.
I'm going to say I don't know, but it would not surprise me because once you've been on a show for that long and you get all this power, you're going to get paid double. So if you're a producer, when you see people with an executive producer credit, you'll see that a lot, especially with big celebrities in movies and stuff like that.
Okay.
You'll see executive producer or supervising producer, just like, and it's simply because you're getting paid double.
Okay.
You know, like on Saturday Night Live, just for example, when I used to do work on there, the writers, people get a writing credit. They get paid for being a performer.
Mm-hmm.
They get paid for being a producer. You get paid from all these different income streams. So you have one salary, but it's coming from multiple places. So it does not surprise me that after all of these years, Kyle said, I want to be a producer, which means I want more money.
Okay.
And also, she is probably helping produce, meaning with storylines and getting people, they're her friends. So that's technically a producer job. So
yes,
there you go. So does that surprise me? No. Have I ever looked? I've never really looked at the credits. Did you see it in the credits?
No, I didn't see it in the credits.
But
I was
you read
just
it?
reading something about
That
it.
makes sense.
And it was saying that the cast is getting frustrated with Kyle because she's running the narrative because she's a producer.
Makes sense.
And I went, she's a producer?
But a producer in a way of, but I would imagine it's very loose terminology. It's not, she's not a producer sitting there producing them all.
She's in cahoots with the producer.
Well, she's working in tandem with them.
Okay.
Like she might be calling and going, guess what? I heard from this one to that one that you should ask Dorit about this.
Okay.
Oh, that's a producer.
Okay.
Because it's not, she wasn't there. She heard it from somebody else. She's producing technically. So kind of, but it does not. And usually it's a name only a lot of the times because
it's not on credits.
Again, no. Sometimes it is, but when you see a lot of big stars as producing credits, it's simply like it's almost like a honorary title because it's just a way for them to get more money and get another income stream. They might be adding a little bit to it, like Kyle is, but she's not a full-on producer. No. But is she doing the job of a producer by just being Kyle and feeding them story ideas? Yeah.
Okay.
So,
that makes
but it's
sense.
really more for the money.
Of course.
Money changes everything. I'm now Cyndi Lauper. I'm now Lauper.
That's a great song.
Not Cyndi Lauper. Who am I? Not Cyndi Lauper.
No, you're good.
Ay. All right. So we pick up in the middle of the fight.
Yes.
They went back like,
oh my God.
They went back about 3 minutes.
We're back in the Viper room.
We're back in the Viper room. The veins popping out of the head.
Yes.
Dorit almost lunges across at Kyle. And
that was a little cheap, wasn't it? Because in the last episode, they made it like they were going to go for it. And they sort of just like went a little like this and then they backed it off.
I think it was.
But they're not ones to get into a mud fight.
I didn't think it was that out of hand. I
never. No, it wasn't.
At any moment did I think Dorit was gonna jump across the table at Kyle and start throwing fists and let
No.
nails break all over.
They're not Jersey.
No.
They don't have the Jersey.
Not it's all pardon me, not they don't have the Jersey vibe, but
They know.
they could get but no. And
They won't like get physical.
Dorit's not messing up her hair, dude. She's not gonna
She's too
she's not gonna
perfect.
expose those extensions for anything. She probably just spent $2,000 getting that
Are
perfect.
those extensions that hair?
Yeah.
Because they did a nice
Well,
job.
her
It's
hair
not her
and
real hair
extensions.
and
It's
extensions.
gotta be. Listen.
It's too much hair.
I can't know for certain. But
Okay.
excuse me. Your
Yeah.
hair does not look that perfect and that awesome without
And that
some
full.
kind of zhuzh.
Mm.
There's got to be
Yeah.
most everybody, and
I think all of them have
they
extensions.
have to, or they have those things that that look like curtains that you just hang and they get attached.
You stick
Like,
it on.
well,
Yeah.
somebody like a Ken Pavis is putting them on. Like somebody very famous artist, or not artist, but there's
No,
people doing
it
their
makes
hair.
it look so good that you don't think it's extensions.
Right, I know.
Right.
I have friends that are doing that, and it's thousands to
Yeah.
do. I mean, I would do it. but
Yeah.
the
If I
time,
had the money, I would do it in 5 seconds.
it's more like the time.
Yeah.
It takes a long time.
It takes a
and it's a
long
lot of
time.
money too
And a lot of maintenance.
to go also to like get them done like every get your tracks done, as they say. Get your tracks
Like you got to
done.
take it out,
Yeah,
and,
it's
the
all-
whole thing, right?
It's so exhausting. If they were paying me $250,000 to look like that when I go work out, then there would be another. Then I'd be loving to be in the chair. All right, so we pick up, and then I thought,
so Garcelle starts. Now,
So-
this was an interesting scene to me.
Garcelle in this episode has a lot of
Explaining it.
She's needling three separate times in this episode. This
Yeah.
is one of them.
Yes,
this is
it
the
was.
first one
Yeah.
where she says, "So how are you?"
Does she really care?
And it came off really, as we are huge Garcelle fans and love Garcelle.
Oh, I love Garcelle.
But came off so disingenuous and just kind of like a throwaway. Like, why are you asking now? Which is exactly what Dorit said. Like, why are you bothering me with this now?
Yeah, really.
In the middle of this? And then she gets up like, I can't. This is my real life. I'm not on display or whatever. I'm not on fucking display or whatever. But I love that she just got up.
I think she did it really. Dorit this whole time has been nailing everything perfectly.
I love this
She's
Dorit.
been handling these fights
Love
perfectly.
this Dorit.
Love this Dorit. This is
She's
the Dorit we've been missing for the last 5 years.
she's beating the shit out of this
She's beating the
season.
shit out of everybody. And I was so happy that she did that to Garcelle, because she's like, read the room,
Yeah.
Garcelle.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
interested in me after 2 years.
Yeah. And
All of a sudden, you want to know how I'm doing. By the way, sort of accusing them of faking a break-in, right? I mean,
yeah.
that
that alone. I would never.
If I were
talk to her.
Dorit, I'd be like,
Me
I'm
too.
done with you, man.
Because that's a whole
I'm
other issue.
sorry.
That's legal. That's like just questioning your integrity and character as a
Yeah.
human being.
Yes.
Far beyond this show.
And it's legal.
You
They
know-
could get in trouble for that.
Exactly. Who knows? Cops and there's
FBI, you don't
investigations
know.
involved. You don't know. And if you're
No.
making, all these sort of allegations,
So the fact that she kind of like just shut it down, and she said, I don't know if you heard this part, she goes, I don't have the stomach.
oh yeah,
For
she
this.
said that. I don't have
I
the
don't
stomach
have
for
the
this.
stomach for this. I don't want to fight with her. So she got out, because I think she knew, like, if I start doing this, I'm going to start screaming at her.
Yeah, no, I
So,
thought
and
it
then
was great.
even Garcelle said, oh, you're going to come for me now? So Garcelle kind of lit a
and
match,
it
and then
looked-
goes, what happened?
Yeah, and it looked very disingenuous but I thought
I
it
don't
was-
know where Garcelle was coming from. with
Yeah,
that.
she just it was ill-timed.
Very.
Ill-timed. But I thought it was funny, Kyle's like, I lost my shit. I lost my shit. And then something about the memes. And then Sutton pops
Stupid
in and goes, well, I hope he's not sending nudes. Like,
All right.
Nobody
this is the
wants
part
to
of
see
Sutton
Sutton.
that
That's
I
funny.
love.
of course.
That
when
is
she's
so
being
funny, because she's been getting
normal.
on my nerves. I've been
Oh,
saying
she
that
drives me nuts.
this whole season. She's been getting on my nerves so far, but this is the Sutton we want to see.
If we could
'Cause
Traz her,
that was great.
if we could Traz her, literally just send some Trazodone or some Klonopin, just nice muscle relaxers for her to not get so crazy right off the bat
Oh God,
and get
hot
nuts
bother.
and just go bananas and slice them up.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Oh
When
my
she was
God.
like, oh, thank God there were no nudes.
Oh.
Oh my Lord. And then
No, she was Garcelle, excuse me. Sutton did good this episode. She did some good ones. We're gonna get to it, but she did good.
And then you've
This
got,
is
of
the
course,
Sutton I like.
and then this is the Erika that I love. They've got Erika
Oh yeah.
in the sit down, and she's like, "I've never seen Kyle like this. I've never seen Dorit like
Dorit
this.
like
I've never
that."
seen them screaming and blah blah blah." Like it was just she is so clutch this season. Like
Oh my god.
Erika's back. She's
in her
feeling good.
realm.
She's working with Martin Lawrence Ballard. And
you know, speaking of that, like to me, I'm looking at this like Erika isn't bringing much this season. However, she's not, but she's just captivating still, and she's a good voice of reason.
And also because
so we need Erika, like
the progression. This is called an arc, right?
The arc.
We've seen her so low, and now she's coming back round the mountain.
Yeah,
when
she's
rising. Like she's coming back, and it's
Yes.
nice to see.
It is.
It really is.
It's refreshing.
Even though she
And you
pissed
need
me off
to, yeah.
last season, or was that 2 seasons ago with the whole Tom thing and all
Oh,
that?
I was not liking her.
I was not, and then she didn't get
No.
the earrings back, and I'm all about
Those
me.
stupid earrings
And all these, she wasn't being sensitive to the survivors and all the people that Tom stole from.
Yes.
That bothered me.
It turned me off to her.
But I also realized that I'm sure she is innocent because I don't know what my husband does all day at work. I don't know what he's doing.
No, look,
he's a lawyer. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, you don't know. I don't know what my husband does either. You kind of you trust them. You say you do you.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
do me, and that's it. And that's really what it was. But it was the way she handled it that was terrible.
It just was in bad taste.
She handled it
but
poorly.
She was down and out.
Yeah,
and that's when you show the true character of who you are, right? When you're down and out in Beverly Hills, just like the movie says. So next day.
Oh, and one thing I want to go back to that I wrote down. No, that's okay. But it was just
stuff to go to.
It's so much good stuff. There was some good stuff in this episode.
What do you got?
Boze wanted to get into it a little bit, and I love Boze. Another voice of reason.
God,
a newbie who is like no newbie I've ever seen.
She is so. I hope the show doesn't end because I just want more Boze.
I want more Boze.
I want more Boze all day, every day.
By the way, side note. She made some cryptic message on Instagram that something that's been a part of her life for a year, she is going to give up.
Oh,
and I hope to God that doesn't mean, I hope it doesn't mean the show.
Oh,
I wasn't even thinking Keely.
I was thinking Keely because I'm like, wait, is it the fibroids? Is he 47 and he wants 3 kids? And
I know.
She can't give it to him at this point. Like, how old is she? 48?
She's 47 or 48.
Ask her to have one.
Oh, I know.
Unless and also, he wants to pass on his genes. Keely, back up. We need Boze's genes to be passed on.
Yeah.
Okay, yours are probably lovely. I'm not saying that. But we need Boze's egg to... Well, she does have a daughter, thank God.
Yes.
But now we need the second one. We need more of Boze in the world.
need more of that.
We got to call Boze. Boze, we're calling you. We want you on here so bad. We love you so much.
Love you. Love you.
Boze.
And please don't leave. I was reading it like, are you leaving the show?
Do not leave the show.
Don't leave the show.
But couldn't you see Boze leave the show at some point in this episode? She says, to Garcelle, it was the end of the show, but she said, this is so juvenile. I can't wrap my head around it.
She's too smart. She's almost too smart for these ladies.
Person.
Hell yeah.
Who's awesome and fun. But she's normal and successful and
sensible.
And poor Boze's house burned down. And by the way, you asked me last podcast if the house that we're seeing, it is not Malibu.
Okay.
Because it actually looks like Hancock.
Thank God.
It actually looks like Hancock Park to me because they did show it from a drone shot over it. I don't see any water. I don't see anything that looks familiar. It looks more like this neighborhood that I used to live in, which is called Hancock Park.
Okay.
Which is beautiful.
It's not Beverly Hills 90210 zip code.
It's I forget my old zip code, but I lived in Hancock Park. I lived in there. I did not live in one of these, $30 million mansions. I lived in a beautiful, it was during my single days, and then I lived there with my husband, just after we got married. But this gorgeous building, it was gorgeous. It's full of celebrities, but also a lot of old money. It's absolutely stunning, and that's the neighborhood. It looks like to me. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm sure Boze has multiple homes. Go
Okay.
Boze.
Oh, thank God. But I'm wondering if the
hope to
fire
God.
made her think, I gotta make some changes in my
Maybe.
life, and
The whole
I hope
place.
it's not the
I hope
show.
it's
That's what I was thinking. I said, "I hope she's not talking about the show." But I think that why I was bringing up Boze too is because it just seemed to me like Kyle got a little bothered by the fact that Boze was trying to explain, like, what just unraveled, and, Kyle was kinda like, "You don't know the history."
There's
You know,
years of history here. Blah,
so
blah, blah. All
yeah,
right, Kyle.
whatever.
Whatever.
So
Whatever, Kyle. So they go
so
over to Sutton's house. Wait,
yes.
I have a question about this. So
Yeah.
Sutton and Garcelle, no, sorry, Sutton's there. Garcelle and Kyle go over for a country club day at Sutton's house.
Yeah.
Poor Vic. Poor Vic, the tennis pro, and poor Avi, who has to wait on them. I'm like, is he trying to get camera time, or is she really having him wait on them? Because poor Avi, I'd go home and blow my head in if I was Avi. If I had to sit and wait on Sutton Strack all day.
Oh, God.
Unless she's paying him like $100,000. But I doubt it. Of a 300,
I doubt it. What do you think
250
she's
a
paying
month.
poor Avi?
I don't want to know.
I don't know.
I was just like, oh, poor Avi has to pour the iced tea for these fucking bitches. Like, oh no.
And
But
by the way, where is this little alliance coming from? I mean, of course, Garcelle and Sutton are like, glue. But where's Kyle coming from?
jumping in.
Kyle has like no
Producer
real
Kyle.
friend.
Producer Kyle is jumping in like, oh, hold on, I'm going to shoot with them today, and then I'm going to shoot with Garcelle. Maybe that's
Yeah,
part of
she's
it.
trying to figure her way in there
But wait,
somewhere.
I have a side note.
Yeah.
This looked like a very different house from Kyle's rental house. Is this? It doesn't look like she's living in
Oh,
Kyle's
yeah. I
rental.
don't think she's there anymore.
So she.
I think she has her own house. Yeah.
All right.
I
Okay.
think,
Well,
yeah.
when you get $250 a month, is that what she said?
$350.
Right, $350
What is
a
that
month.
times a year? What is that a year?
I can't do
I
that.
can't
You
do
can't
math.
ask me to do
Couple
math.
of mil.
But 3 times 12, I can't do that. It would be 3. I have no idea. 3, 6,
Oh,
9.
God, 30. So
Yeah,
it's like
couple
$4
mil.
million.
Holy shnikey.
Or
Holy
more.
schniznit.
Crazy.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of dough.
Hell yeah. And she also got a payout in addition to this monthly.
I mean,
She's
God
got
bless.
money coming out of her ears.
She
and her
does.
ass.
She needs to use it on therapy, though, and some medication. The medication, I'm sure she can get through insurance because God knows she doesn't want to pay out of pocket. But let me tell you, Sutton, get
She
some.
needs it. If she's not doing it,
You're
she
on the
needs
razor's
some
edge, pal.
therapy.
You're on the razor's edge. And poor Vic, the tennis pro. I was like, oh,
Oh,
this poor
God.
guy is standing in the sweltering sun to have Sutton come out. She probably wants to bang him.
Yeah,
And
probably.
he's like, oh, hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. So anyhow, back to
And
the
Garcelle wasn't playing the tennis, but it was just
She just
Sutton
wanted to
and
look cute.
Kyle and
Well, Kyle comes in. She's like, I lost my shit last night. I still have my panties in a twist over what happened.
yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then I love, she
Why
said,
is she so mad? I don't
I-
understand it.
because Kyle thinks it's only memes, as we find out later that it's not only memes.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
oh, and she was like, I just lost it. And I don't know.
Well, I think that Sutton did say it. She doesn't.
But wait.
Sutton said, yeah.
No, you go.
I was going to say Sutton did. And again, Sutton was right on this one. Kyle doesn't like it when people stand up to her. So that is the way of showing
That is
that
true.
Kyle likes everything Kyle's way. And
sure
you
does.
got to be one of her minions. And if you're not one of her minions,
Well, I think she's also fighting her sister Kathy and everybody she meets. I think she's the little baby sister
yeah.
who's fighting not Kim so much, because Kim's always been a wounded bird that Kyle's been taken care of.
Yeah, yeah,
But in every person I can see her
yeah.
fighting back to Kathy.
Yeah,
You know, who's domineering
Yes.
and jooky.
yeah.
However, this was number 2, Garcelle. Garcelle slips it in the convo that all of a sudden she goes, so Kyle, wasn't it that Mo was cheating on you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sutton's like, Sutton almost choked on whatever she was eating. And then she's like, Garcelle's asking the questions that we all want to ask at this point. But Kyle played it cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She just was like, oh, you mean the Instagram thing? Like,
But the infidelity, wasn't that Sutton that brought that up?
they might have been talking about it, but Garcelle was the one that went in for the kill
In
and
the
said,
confessional.
wasn't that the whole reason because of the infidelity of Mo? And I was like, Garcelle.
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
But Kyle, cool as a cucumber, did not react. Like, what are you saying? He cheated? did not react. It was this whole Instagram
The
thing.
infidelity, and she's like, "What are you talking
Well,
about?"
she said something about the Instagram thing, and I
Yeah.
wasn't really sure, but it was just like bigger issue, like, whoa, Garcelle. That was
Mhm.
number two.
Mhm.
Because in the thing,
Mhm.
it was the first with Dorit, then it was this, and then at the end, we know she comes up with something too in the final talking. So no, it's just about the whole thing when she goes, "Well, just if you want to be a lesbian."
Oh, that was
So I was like, Garcelle is like just coming out with shit. You know what I mean? At Chuck E. Was it at
she
Chuck E.
will call
Cheese?
you out on your secrets, yes.
But just recently, this is like a
Yeah.
new version of Garcelle.
I
They're like, somebody has to call Kylan on this shit, Garcelle, and it's gonna be
you
you.
yeah,
I
yeah.
personally think Garcelle's trying to keep her job.
I think she's
I
keeping her
think they're
job.
like, come
I
on,
think
Garcelle.
she's yeah.
Somebody's got to be the heavy here, and
Uh,
it's gonna be you.
well, I think she reads a lot in her Instagram. She reads a lot of the fans'
She's
comments. She
right.
knows what everybody wants to know.
Correct.
And she's like, I'm going to be the voice and
But
bring it
Garcelle's
up.
right. We all want to know. You never told us about Morgan Wade. You've
Yeah.
alluded to a relationship. You never told us. Then you made the joke about you and Kesha. Oh, let the rumors start. And then,
Right.
I'm trying to figure out my sexual. But we never heard anything from you,
Yeah.
Kyle. So our girl, Garcelle, is trying to bunt that in for us.
What I don't like, though, is that Sutton, Garcelle, Kyle, they're all kind of like the mean girls on Dorit right now. And
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
think that if you look at the big picture, Dorit's going through a hard time right now. And she's got 2 little kids.
Yeah. It's
Her
hard.
husband is being an asshole. Sorry,
Thank
PK.
God he's not sending nudes.
Um,
Thank God.
he's texting with
All
your
hell.
former BFF, Kyle, and she's got a lot going on,
Yeah.
and they're ganging on her. So I do
not
feel
good.
I'm going to use gaslight in this sense. I think they are gaslighting Dorit.
Yeah, a little
You
bit.
know, like she's this, she's wrong, she's this. When really, they're the ones that are guilty. I think Kyle especially is guilty here. So
Yeah, no, Kyle's not being her best self right now.
no.
And so we get to Martin Lawrence Ballard. I just like to say that. And I do
Yes.
like the one thing they get there and there's Vuv waiting and and I like that Erika was like, look, style is when you're on a budget, but you say this will go great with that.
Yes, yes.
So that makes you a style icon when you don't have any money. And you're able to look like you do.
Yeah.
But I have to say that little house of uh Erica's is gorge little house. And then
It is a rental. We said that,
but it's
right?
fab. It is
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
For
it's
her,
so
it's just
cute
it's
and
a
cozy and perfect for her.
exactly. I think and it's
Yeah.
got an old sense of Hollywood to it. I love it. It's got the little back area. It's gorge. I mean,
You
it's
know, I'll
literally
make a
perfect.
comparison. I remember seeing this once on they were talking about celebrity homes or something. I think Marilyn Monroe, believe it or not, had a similar abode.
Well,
It
she
was
was in a
very
very
similar type
small
of, you know,
yeah,
like a
bungalow
small
type.
bungalow type of cozy
Yeah.
It
Which is
makes
a
me
lot of
think
them.
of that.
I loved
There's a
those.
lot of those in that area in
Yeah. Oh,
LA.
there's and a lot of people have back houses too, which
Yeah.
kind of resemble that. Oh, the whole
Yeah.
place is cozy and delicious.
It's perfect for her.
At the end, Dorit and Erika are talking at the end of that trip to Martin Lawrence Ballard.
Yes.
They were at Buttercup, I think, which is down in Culver City. I think I'm not sure, but I think that's where they were.
Right.
It's a huge decorating place, and
Yeah.
she said it just feels secretive with Kyle.
Yeah.
Feels secretive.
It
And
does,
she doesn't know
yeah.
why she flipped out. She doesn't know why she flipped out so hard, right?
Well, that alone says a lot, right? Like she's got to have some guilt on her if she just flipped out.
Right.
If she was more, well, we do, and I'm sorry if that bothers you, and do you want to see them right now? Like if she showed Dorit the texts right there and like, here, look, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I won't do that anymore. But the fact that she got so angry and so defensive and flipped out, that's why Dorit's going, it was her reaction.
Right. Comparing
That
it
was
to
in question.
You don't know Camille.
Yeah.
That, she's like, I got mad at Camille.
Right, with the vein.
With the vein in her head when they were in New York or whatever.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
God. So I don't know about that. But I do know that Boze had fibroid surgery and looked phenomenal 4 hours later.
Well, I can constantly say this about Boze. She's a vision. Like you always see her. She's just like this vision.
Gorgeous. Like what?
She's stunning.
How the hell did that woman go under anesthesia and then come out 5 hours later shooting
Yeah.
with Kyle. Shooting, not
Oh,
even just she's
because
shooting,
she's Boze.
she's filming.
She's Boze. She's a pro, this woman.
Honestly.
She's on. And you know what? Did you notice she didn't even have like a lot of makeup on? She's still gorgeous. She is like, oh, this woman
she's
is
a queen propped up in her
I
bed.
know.
I was like,
Oh,
oh,
it was like with her
Boze.
beautiful hair and
She
her
doesn't even look
outfit and her
like
bed.
I would be like,
rested.
ow, ow.
Oh,
like,
I'd be a wreck.
I know. She
I'd be
looks
like, don't come
amazing.
to film for like 2 days. Give me time.
And then Colleen, I love that.
She was like the day of the surgery, like you said. Kyle comes up
later. 5 hours later, you got Kyle Richards with her smelly feet in your bedroom.
What the heck is Kyle coming over to her house?
Well,
anyway? She's trying to get Boze on her side.
Maybe Kyle, the producer, came over, and but I love that. I knew Kyle was going to be pissed when she had to take her shoes off.
Yeah,
because
she's so
tiny.
You saw her in person. She looks like is she like 4'11"?
Literally,
she looks
up
so
to my
small.
boobs. She's literally up to my boobs.
You know,
so
now
tiny.
I never noticed how short she was, but like next to Boze, because it showed her like standing next to Boze must be very tall.
Boze can just go. Basically, yeah, she thought Boze was getting the wrong idea about her.
Okay.
And she was like, Boze was like, I said, this girl's on fire. And then I was like, no, she really is on fire. Not like in Alicia Keys way, like in a bad way. Like she's on fire. But I thought it was very interesting that Boze came up with this concept. Boze said straight up to Kyle, I think that Dorit thinks she's best friends with you.
Yeah.
And you're not best friends with her. And Kyle's
That's
like,
right.
I have a lot of close friends. You're right. I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, like how perceptive of Boze, really.
Just coming into this, and I'll bet you Boze has not been an avid Beverly Hills watcher before being on the show. That's my guess, because this woman is just too busy. But I will bet, yeah, she's very perceptive. If you notice with Boze all this time, she observes a lot. Like she doesn't say a lot.
She's an observer too.
She really is an observer.
You know, it's funny. I always say,
a good listener, like she said herself.
And it's funny. I can see that about Boze, and you're right. And a lot of people, not that I'm making this about myself, but I'm like that. I'm super. People are like, but you're so outgoing. But outgoing? But not when I first meet people, and in a situation, I'm very quiet. Not really.
Yeah.
But kind of. You're weighing out the scene. Like that's just a smart person. Know who you're talking to. Don't walk into the new scene. Like of course you're going to be talkative and whatever. I'm going to be talking.
Yeah.
But know who you're in whose company you're in.
Yes.
I think that's just smart.
That's very smart.
General.
And she probably knew coming into the show, I got to figure this all out.
Exactly what Boze is doing.
Yes,
right.
it
She's
is.
Going back and going, yeah, this is some interesting stuff because I don't think she sat there and watched all those seasons, to be honest.
No, I don't think she knows much. But to what your point was saying, I think that yes, Kyle has many best friends. Yeah, and it was never Dorit.
She's close to a lot of people.
She's close to a lot of people. She knows a lot of people. She's friends with a lot of people. I don't think Dorit has a ton of friends in Beverly Hills, and that might be because Dorit isn't really from Beverly Hills.
I don't really know.
She grew up in Connecticut. I think she lived in New York for many years.
But she sounds like she's from London.
She sounds like she's from London
a lot of the
with
time.
PK. And I think they came in as newer like implants into the Beverly Hills community. So she doesn't know a lot of people for that reason. I think Dorit is an amazing person, but I think Kyle's one of the first people that she probably became friends with. So yes, to Dorit, this is her best friend, right? But for Kyle, I don't think so. And I think for Kyle, it was just convenient to have a friend on the show, which was Dorit. And also like we're a couple friends with Mo and PK being friends. Now that has gone away, she has no use for Dorit anymore. And I really look at it like that.
That's really not the way she is.
I'm seeing a different side to Kyle now, and I think that's what it is.
I mean, listen.
She doesn't have use for
She's
Dorit
not going to be. She's not an angel. Let's just be honest.
She's not. And I used to think Kyle was more of one, but until now.
But during that conversation with Boze, she does bring up like, look, there was all this stuff about Mo and PK, and this was the picture that started it, and it was just a picture of the three of them hugging, and she was touching Maurice.
You know what? That's a viral picture where the rumors started that there was something going on with
between Mo
and Dorit,
right?
Because
and
she like kissed him on the arm or something.
I don't even understand why she was even talking to Boze.
I think she's trying to prove herself to Boze.
I see.
Like, look, you don't know my side. Here's where I'm coming from, Boze.
I see.
And I think that she's trying to get Boze to come over to her side because all the ladies know right now, Boze and Dorit are tight. So they're trying to get her. So is Garcelle.
But I like that Boze in the end stays true to Dorit.
I think so, because I think
she
Boze
says that
is,
at the
again,
end.
she's very smart, and she sees the good person in Dorit. The other ladies do not see that.
And I see the good in Dorit, too.
So
I do not think Dorit is bad at any level.
I never did.
And now, of course, these fucking hoes are taking themselves down to Chuck E. Cheese, which is hilarious. That these, dumb bitches are heading over to the Chuck E. Cheese. And I love that Erika was
Do you think Erika liked going to Chuck E. Cheese?
I think she did.
Feel like, why are you taking me here?
I think Erika did. I think she was like, I didn't think we're going deep into the valley, and I didn't think my life would end. I feel like I'm being abducted deep in the valley. Like, it was just so funny. Because these women have not been deep into the valley in ever, maybe.
Yeah.
So the fact they're going to Chuck E. Cheese, but
is that Chuck E. Cheese in the valley?
There's plenty of Chuck E.
There's
Cheese
plenty of them all over.
But I'm sure they went to when she said we're going into the deep valley, meaning like, it's not great.
Okay, because now my mind is going to, is it the valley where the people from the valley live?
But not even close. They're in Studio City. They're like right over the hill. We're talking about like probably a half hour, 45 minutes past that. Like,
okay.
where the normal people live. Like where, just the plebeians live. Like these women are never going there.
No.
Probably
have they ever been to a Chuck E. Cheese, even with their kids?
Which is why I'm always interested. Anyway, so
but it was cute because Erika had said, I never got a pizza party when Kyle got her pizza
party. That they did that.
So I think Sutton said we got to give her pizza party. So, and it looked like they were having fun there.
It also was nice, I thought, because of the way Sutton, was it last season or the season before with the whole Tom Girardi, the way Sutton and Erika went at it.
Forgot it.
For Sutton to say like, it's incredible what you've done. Like,
yeah.
It's nice to see her like, advocating it, and it is incredible what Erika's come back from.
Oh yes,
you know what I mean. So
yeah,
good for her.
The fact that she is where she is right now, I wouldn't have seen that. I was even wondering if Erika was going to come back to the show after that whole Tom Girardi stuff was going on.
Right, I didn't know.
I was like, are they going to ask her back?
So wait, so let's talk about basically what happens, because this is the area where Kyle whips out the text. And I want to read the text because I wrote it down.
Please.
So basically, she's like, I'm whipping them out. I think it's gross. I think she's trying to paint me as somebody I'm not. But I'm going to do it one time here for you guys. Not for Dorit, not for anybody else ever. And it basically was, I know you have a lot of, friends. I know you have a lot of friends and I am here. If you need me, sorry. I would never repeat anything you said, and I never would. This is so at the end of the day, this is not all about memes, Kyle. You've obviously spoken about the relationship. They all were kind of like,
they were all quiet. Why are they so afraid of Kyle?
I don't know. She's 5'4".
I'd be like, Kyle, that isn't memes. What are you talking about? I'll never share anything.
And they were all like, could you imagine if she sent that to Maurice?
No.
She's like, she's trying to paint me as someone I'm not. It gives me no incentive to ever want to repair things with her. It's like,
yeah. Yeah.
And
I don't know.
I don't know. But that was a big part of the show. And of course, that's where the lesbian comment came out, which was, oh no, Garcelle wasn't there. Garcelle was not there.
Okay.
Was Garcelle there?
She was in Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, right.
It was Garcelle, Erika, and Sutton.
Lesbian, and I thought that was cute.
It was funny. She was, well, let's go back to this text for 1 second.
Yeah, let's go back to the text.
So she had said that she had a conversation with Mo, and she was like, I can't be friends with PK anymore, which Mo was saying that's ridiculous. She also told Kathy, oh yeah, I can't talk to PK anymore. I can't text with her because it bothers Dorit.
Oh, I know.
But it's the way Kyle is saying it to somebody else, where they're going, oh, why? What's the big deal?
She's such a jerk.
Yeah, like Dorit is out of her mind. She's ridiculous.
No.
Again, everyone seems to be gaslighting Dorit.
By the way, Kyle also acknowledged to whoever she was talking to, like, I'd be upset if she was doing that with Mo. I'd be upset.
Yeah.
So who did she say that? She said that to someone.
Yeah.
So she clearly knows.
There is something wrong with this.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And she should have just been upfront and said, you know what? I texted him one time. Here's the text. Other than that, it's just been memes.
She's messy. Kyle is being super duper messy with this whole thing. And she's revealing that she's not going to share anything that went on between two PK. I'm not going to share anything that we talked about, which means that what the hell did you talk about? So there was no memes or anything like that. Right. So I think Kyle's delusional. You know,
Kyle's in a moment, and so is Dorit.
Kyle's around our age, right? What is she, like mid-50s?
She's like 52, 53. She's probably in our age range. 50.
Could she be going through some kind of midlife crisis? Like women go through a midlife crisis, right?
But I don't think it's menopause. Or maybe menopause is hitting at the same exact time.
Something's going on with her, and it's just like this shift in her personality.
I think we get to a point though when
she's delusional
life, and we go, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I know I've reached that point.
Okay, maybe that's where she's at.
I don't give a shit, but that you just don't have time for a lot of extra.
Yeah.
Or things you used to tolerate.
Yeah.
You're just not tolerating anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So I think
now
Kyle is going through something. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's a separation and a new life course, you know?
Yeah, she's going through some kind of midlife menopause crisis.
Too is going through. I wouldn't blame it on.
It's going through stuff too. That's what I'm saying. But so now Garcelle goes to Boze. Yeah, she brings Jamaican food.
That was nice.
That was nice. And Boze again looks beautiful.
I giggled at the jungle motif wallpaper of Boze.
I love it.
I was like, damn,
it fits her.
It's great.
I
it's
her personality.
I feel like this is her. Just like, I'm sure the house is not small, but it looks compact and cozy, and it just I'm sure this is just like her little retreat house. Like, I'm sure that Malibu house was sprawling.
I'm sure it was.
You know?
Which
I feel so
makes
bad.
me so sad for her.
SoCal strong, Boze.
Okay, so and here's the thing. So we were kind of saying this before, but so Boze is really considering maybe having more children. I mean, that's why one of the reasons why she wanted to get rid of her
10 fibroids, not just one, 10.
10. One was the size of a grapefruit, I think.
Yeah, that's bad. And it was making her stomach pop out.
Yeah, the poor thing. I know they're very painful.
I wish I could blame my stomach popping out on 10 fibroids, but I can't. But I wish I could.
Stop.
But I can't. So Boze just said, I can't wrap my head around this. Like I said in the beginning, that's what I said. At the end, she's talking to Garcelle and says,
yeah,
it's also juvenile. I just can't wrap my head around it. Garcelle's like, Dorit talks too much. Yeah. And she was like, Boze was like, let me be the bridge.
Yeah.
Boze wants to be the bridge. And she tells...
I still love that she sees the good in Dorit.
And she says, Garcelle tells Boze that Kyle read the text message to them. And she's like, oh!
She's like, hell no.
Boze said Kyle doesn't know the definition of friendship, and she doesn't know, and ain't nothing going on. There's something going on more than just memes. So our girl Boze
has it figured out. She said at the end, she goes, Kyle lied.
You know what? Boze knows.
Boze knows.
That is our new thing.
Yes.
Boze
knows.
For our YouTube watchers, I'm going right down the barrel of the lens. Boze knows.
She's the smartest one out of all those ladies.
And that's Beverly Hills.
That is.
In a nutshell.
Yes.
For this week.
I thought it was a good one.
I think we've,
we're not even
ins and outs of this episode.
Yeah.
But I pray, I hope and pray, I pray to the Beverly Hills gods, the Bel Air Hotel, and the goddesses of Beverly Hills that we please don't have to see Lucy Apple Juicy type of beating the shit out of this Kyle and Dorit feud. Please make it stop.
I think next week they're in their bathrobes. I think Boze is hosting something at a spa. Kyle's like, I'm not doing this anymore. Kyle's very smug this season.
Yeah, I think she's just
so not liking Kyle.
Yeah, she's not my favorite this season either.
No.
I mean, All right, so we will have to just stay tuned in Beverly Hills until next week for more to come. Same bat time, same bat channel. Do you remember that? Batman.
Oh,
It's an old reference.
Okay.
But until then, the ladies are closing down the living room. Blah, blah, blah. As we always say, it never really closes.
Yes.
We're here talking about it, whether we've got a camera on us or a microphone in our mouths or not. So we're happy to let you in. And thanks, everybody. Follow us on Littler Podcast. Follow us on Ladies in the Living Room on YouTube. You can see our smiling faces. And we're out. We're out till next time. So we'll see you here in Beverly Hills next week. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you so much, everybody.
We love ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.